Okay, so here we are again. We're talking about Playboi Carti again. We are back after a bit of a longer break, but obviously the news didn't stop, the music didn't stop, the game didn't stop, so we have to talk about this again because Playboi Carti a couple of weeks ago announced the Antagonist Tour 2.0 and it's starting in only 2 days, so we gotta talk about this before it gets started, so let's jump straight into this.
If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description.
You can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So as I said, I've been gone for a couple of weeks at this point. It's gotten a little longer than I initially expected, but I thought that we would start in this October. Today is October 1st with some new news on Playboi Carti because honestly, I also don't see a lot of other people talking about this. So I feel like there's a gap that we really need to fill. We really need to have this room for discussion about the music news. So that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. And what I want to talk about today is Playboi Carti. Now, obviously, we're still waiting for Baby Boy, the new record, but he did announce a new tour, the Antagonist Tour 2.0, about 5 weeks ago. This was like, 1.5 months ago. And this is pretty exciting. He initially shared some pictures of this on Instagram. He shared participants of this tour, which is going to be Opium, obviously. So we're going to have Playboi Carti there. We're going to have Homicide Gang there. We're going to have Ken there, Destroy Lonely. And then also the addition this time is Apollo Red. Now, this is interesting because we talked about Apollo Red like half a year ago, and he's not even signed to Opium. He's signed to this new label, Young Vamp Life, that is supposed to be kind of like the B roster to Opium. It's still not very clear how that hierarchy works, but that's what we kind of think it's going to be. So they are going on tour, and if you don't know what the Antagonist Tour is or what it entails, we're going to be talking about the dates in a second. The Antagonist Tour initially was supposed to start in 2023. That was 2 years ago, and this is one of the big things that a lot of Carti fans talk about because it just never happened. It was postponed to January of 2024, but then it just kind of got completely canceled. Fans got their refunds for the tickets. It just never happened. And we've been talking about a new Antagonist tour for quite some time because that's something that fans really want because it is a tour for Opium. That's like the big thing. People want that. People want to see Carti with Ken, with Lone, with Homicide Gang, now also Apollo Red 1. They want to see them live together. We haven't gotten that like ever. There's never been an Opium tour. So that's the big thing. Now, he continued to further tease this on social media. He also revealed the tour dates. They are, you can check them out on the website. It's running until December 1st. Maybe some dates are still going to get added. That's usually how it works with these tours. So you can expect some of that. And he also just teased the upcoming 3 dates, which are, the next 3 dates that are coming up, which is in Salt Lake City, where the tour is starting on October 3rd. So this Friday. Then we have Portland on October 5th and Seattle on October 8th. So those are the first 3 dates of the tour that he's also now preparing. Talking about the tour, he shared some images of just him showing the logo of the tour, but also him showing the stage design. And this is interesting because he's been on tour with The Weeknd most recently. That was his most recent tour, the After Hours Till Dawn tour. And we know that The Weeknd is someone that really likes to, go big with these stages. He wants to have a big experience for everybody attending. He wants to have these enormous shows with a lot of stuff going on. And it seems like Carti is moving in that same direction. Maybe he took some hints, maybe he took some inspiration from Abel and now wants to do that as well. And funnily, the last thing that he posted on Opium, which by the way has 2 million followers at this point, his Finsta, that's crazy, was with the caption, "I'm here in buttfuck Utah, let's do it." So that's the caption he chose. And in that video, we can see these big ass trucks with a 2.0 right, on their nose, bringing in the material or the stage, blocks for the show. It's looking huge. It's looking like that's going to be a really big show. Let me know if you're going to any of these first 3 shows or to any of the ones that are planned, because that would be very interesting to hear, how it actually ends up being what you think about it, how you experienced it. That would really be interesting. Now, also connected to the tour, we also already have merch available for it. This is obviously a pretty big thing because it's Playboi Carti merch and people go crazy over it. It looks cool. It's not like I'm going to cop it. I'm going to be real. But if you're into that, if you like the design, if you want to get some sort of, souvenir from one of the tour stops, you can get it. You can, take a look at it. I think it looks pretty all right. Now, obviously, the big question still is, where's Baby Boy? He's going into this tour, the Antagonist Tour 2.0, which in itself is kind of funny because we never got the 1.0. The 1.0 was the one that got delayed. The 1.0 was the one that we never actually saw becoming a reality. So now there's a 2.0 when the one never really happened. Anyway, he's going into this tour for, at this point, music, and he's going to be performing his last album, Music. And, all the other members are going to be there with him. Maybe they're going to preview new stuff. I mean, Carti is crazy about previewing new music. We're getting snippets by the day where it's looking like, Baby Boy is going to be all snippets that we're hearing. I'm obviously going to play a lot of these snippets for you in the upcoming videos as well. So make sure you stay subscribed not to miss out on that. But today I wanted to focus on the tour a little bit. It's like, it's nowhere to be seen. We're still waiting for it. It's still the same situation that we were in at this point, really, half a year ago. That's how long this has been running. We've been waiting for Baby Boy for half a year. He initially announced this right after Music dropped, or I Am Music dropped, and, we never got it. He was talking about back-to-back releases. He was talking about coming again with another one. It never happened. So at this point, you can really question whether it will ever happen, or if this will just be the tour for Music. And a big tour he's doing with his label, even with the extended label, including the YVL label. But whether we're actually ever going to get Baby Boy, still unclear. It seems like he's teasing at it, but we are never getting it. That's also the first thing that people started commenting on the post with the trucks that are bringing in the material for the stage design is, where's Baby Boy? We like the tour, but we want the album. Let me know what you think about all this. Let me know what you think about the new tour, Antagonist 2.0. As I said, it's funny because 1.0 never happened. So now we're here with the 2.0. At least there is kind of a distinction between the two. He could have just called it the Antagonist Tour and people would have been happy. It's fine. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're going to any of the dates. As I said, that will be very exciting to hear. And let me know when you think Baby Boy is actually going to be dropping. Let me know all your thoughts on all the news Playboi Carti related in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.